Hi there. This is a workout for you to get your metabolism revved up and build some strength. So stay with me. It's going to be 5 rounds of 2 exercises each. We're going to do 2 sets of each exercise before moving on to the next. Let's go. First of all, we're going to do a little warm up. So just marching on the spot. Get our blood working a little bit, move into the muscles, get our joints warmed up. So you can do another warm-up if you have a warm-up video you want to use, or if you've gone for a nice walk ahead of time, that's a good warm-up for your legs, but we need a warm-up for our arms as well. Okay, so we're just going to do like a tap to the side and bending that one knee, and then we'll punch out to the front. Get our arms working a bit. And you can punch overhead. Bend a little bit to the side. So we're warming up the joints, getting the fluid in the joint to make it easier to move, warming up the tendons and ligaments, getting oxygen to our muscles. Okay, punching forward again and across. And when you feel your heart rate coming up a bit and you're breathing a little heavier, you know that you've got your blood moving, oxygen's all over your body. Okay, we're going to slow down the legs. We're just going to do a high knee, pick the knee up, get those hips working. And you can even come into the center, tap your ankle. Get a little rotation in the hip. And to the back, just kicking toward the back. Can't quite tell this one, but I need the pictures there. Okay, just making your legs move in different directions. Step side to side. Okay, do you feel like you're a little warmed up? You're breathing a little bit heavier? Okay, we're going to start with our first exercise, and we're going to mix in some weights today, a ball if you have it, and a couple little cardio we're going to start boosting your metabolism in our workouts here. So we're going to start with either high knees or toe taps. So you can, depending how much jumping you want to do. So toe taps are just tapping in front with a little hop. Okay, so it's just like a continuation of our warm-up, but we're going to get our heart rate going a little harder. Okay, keep it up. Now if this is a little too much, or you don't want to be jumping on the floor, you can just switch to knee highs. Try and pull that knee up as high as you can. And bring your arms up. Your arms add about 30% of the workload when you add them. Okay, let's do some toe taps again if you're able to. Get that heart rate going. And if we had a timer, we could go for a minute or 45 seconds. That's quite a while. Okay, how are you doing? Feeling a little bit breathless yet? Okay, so we're going to switch to the second exercise, which is a squat. And if you have a weight, we're going to add the weight now. So with the weight, we're going to have your feet a little further than hip width apart. Toes just slightly angled out, not too far. You're going to hold this weight right in front of your chest, and you're going to go down into your squat. Okay, remember your hips are pressing back, your knees stay over your feet. And that's 5. I'll turn sideways. so you can see. Now you don't have to go right down to your knee height, but that's the goal. So when you can get your hips down, and there's no rush. Remember, you're pushing up through your heels. Okay, was that 15? I don't know. We'll do 15 to 16 squats. And you can catch up if you're still doing that. We're going to put the weight down and switch back to toe taps. Are you ready? We'll get a few seconds to breathe in between. When you're using the weight, it adds a little extra effort, doesn't it? All right, let's do toe taps again. Here we go. Or you can do the knee up. I'm counting on my fingers because I don't have the clock in front of me. There's a clock there. Okay, you feel like you're breathing heavy again, you're working hard, you want to get that heart rate up. So even when we're doing our strength training, we're still breathing a little heavier. Okay, good. I'll take a little break, get that weight set up again. There's a pink clock in the corner if you want. I'm just going to stand my clock up here. Okay, now I have something to look at over there. All right, I'm going to count out 16. Are we ready? Weight in front of our chest, feet a little more than hip width apart, toes angled out slightly, hips going back. Your weight is centered through your heel and the balls of your feet. That's 2, 3, 4, getting as low as you can, 5, 8, 9, 10. I'll do 6 more. 1, 2. Keeping your shoulders and chest upright, looking forward. 1 more. Yay! You're done that set. Take a little breather. And we're going to get ready to do a set of push-ups and then glute bridges. So you can do your push-ups however you've been doing them. If you're doing them against the wall, on a counter, from your knees or your toes. And we're going to do as many as you can, up to 16 to 20, depending how you're doing it. All right, whew. Are we ready? We'll start our next set. Okay, I'm going to get down on my mat, and I think today I'll do them from my knees. All right, so we'll count 16. Ready? Let's go down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2 more, 15, 16, yay! And if you're doing from a wall and you can do 20, you go for it. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the glute bridge. And if you've been doing the glute bridge for a while, you're going to graduate to a one-legged glute bridge. I'll start off with the 2 legs. We're back on the floor, feet just up toward our butt. Heels pressing down. You want to be pushing into your heels, not your toes. And we're going to squeeze our glutes as we lift up so that we get a line between the shoulder and knee. We're not pushing with our arms, we're just relaxing our arms on the floor and down. Okay, so we're going to push up, squeeze the glutes, hold for just a couple seconds, and down. So I'm going to do 5 like this, and then I'll switch to the one-legged option. That's 5. Okay, so for one leg, I'm going to move my one foot more into the center. I'm going to cross my ankle up on the other knee. Now I'm going to do the same thing, just pushing up on that one leg. So now I have to give both legs the same workout. So I'm going to do 5 on this side. And then I'm going to switch over. I'm going to do 5 on this side. 3, 4, 5. All right, so if that's a little tense, you can give yourself a bit of a stretch just by hugging your knees up. And taking a few second break, we're gonna roll over and do another set of push-ups. Are we ready? Okay, let's go. 16 push-ups. Find your counter, your wall. If you're on the floor with me, great. Are we gonna start now? 16, all right. This is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, halfway there, 9, 10, do as many as you can, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 1 more, 16, I said we were going to do 16, that's it. All right, little stretch, and we're going to roll over and get ready for our last set of glute bridges. So we're doing 2 sets of everything today. If you have time and you want to challenge yourself more, you can work your way up to 3 sets. All right, I'm going to do the whole set on one leg, so I'm going to do 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Pushing up, 1, no rush, 2, make sure you're lifting, squeeze that glute when you lift. This is 4, 5, 6, pushing through your heel, 7, and 8. All right, bring it down, cross over the other leg, and ready, let's lift. Push it up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember to squeeze the glute at the top. Make sure it's extending the hip. This is 7 and 8. Last one. Good job. You can give your legs a hug up while we take a break between sets. And we're going to get ready for the next set of exercises, which I think are the arms. So we're going to stand up and do dumbbell rows. Now you have a couple options here. You can actually stay kneeling on the floor if you prefer to do one arm rows, which would be using one arm at a time to lift that weight up to your chest height, pulling your elbow behind. I like to do double duty and not waste time. So I'm actually going to stand, bending over, knees are slightly bent, back is nice and strong, so I'm hinging at the hip, I'm not rounding my back, hips are pushing back, and pulling those weights up to the side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yay. All right, so now we'll put that down. We're going to do a Russian twist on the floor. You can use a weight or a ball. I'm going to use a weighted ball. If you have a weighted ball, you can use it. If you just have a ball like this, you can use it. If you have a big balance ball, you can use that. Or just hold on to your hand weight. All right, so we're gonna put our, oh, stay where you are back there. Put our heels in the floor, knees bent, sitting with our back a little bit so you feel your abs engage, keeping that nice and tight. You're holding the ball in the center, but you're moving side to side. So you can either touch down at your side. This is working your obliques. Make sure you're leaning back enough that you feel those abs are engaged the whole time. And you can just do this for a length of time or count out 16. Probably on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So make sure you're breathing. If you count out loud, it'll make you breathe. All right, so let's pick up those weights and do dumbbell rows again. If you don't want to stand, you can even do this from the floor. I find it a little more awkward. And doing it from standing, you're getting a little more exercise. Okay, it's like hinging at the hip, pushing your hips back, knees are slightly bent. So this is actually the start of learning a deadlift, which is good. So this is supporting your back as well. So arms extended, pulling up. Here's the row, both arms. And you can do one at a time if you want to stay on the floor. Okay, I think we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, that's going down. We're going to finish off with our Russian twist. All right, heels in the floor, knees bent. Let's not take too much time. Leaning back, abs engaged. Try and keep your back nice and strong and tall. And here we go. 3, 4, 5, and yes, it's okay if your knees are moving back and forth as you twist. That's normal. Try and keep your abs engaged. Remember to breathe. Now, as I talk, I forget to count. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and you don't have to go as fast as me, 16. There we go. All right, the faster you go, the more you work out, the more you get your heart rate up, your metabolism running. All right, we're done that set. Now, we are moving on to some shoulder work. We're going to do front side raises, so we're going to alternate and then do a curl up. So with your lightest weights, if you have a choice, we are doing shoulder work. So standing, the front raise is holding your weights so your palms are facing your body and nice and tall. When we do shoulder work, let's get a nice set, strong shoulder. So we stand up tall, we roll our shoulders back and then down. So our shoulder blades are slightly they're not together, but we're holding our back upright like that. That's the strongest position for our shoulders. So then the shoulder raise front, you just bring them up to your shoulder height and down, and side, out to the side and down. So you want a very light weight for this. Our shoulder muscles are small, tend to be weak. We're just going to alternate. So we're on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And yes, you turn your hand. So your palm is always facing towards your body. At the side, it's facing towards your body. 7. I think I've done more than 7, but we'll say 8. Do as many as you can. You might not do 16 of these. 12 is probably enough. And if you need to take a break, just go ahead and do it or stop when you're done. Okay. When you start to feel like you have to throw them up and use momentum, you're done. You want to be able to control that weight and just lift and lower. All right, good job for the shoulders. We're going to do a curl up now on the mat. Again, heels down. And we're just going to choose where you want your arms. You can have your arms just sliding up along the mat. Now remember not to lift your head. We don't want to be using our head to pull ourselves forward. You're going to get a really sore neck. Try and just think about lifting those shoulders and upper back. If this does bother your neck, you can support your neck. You can put your hand right behind your head with your hand on your shoulder so your head can just relax into that arm. But remember, the more you move your body upward to your head, the more weight you're lifting, so it's going to get a little more challenging. If you want to put both hands behind your head, don't use your hands to pull on your head. Just try and keep your elbows right back and lift, contracting your abdominals, thinking about lifting those shoulders. Your head is just being supported in your hands. If your elbows come forward, you're going to have a tendency to pull forward with your arms. So that's why you widen your arms out. Or just try and keep your hands at your side. And do as many as you can. 16, 20 if you can. Curling, thinking about contracting those abs. You just need to lift your shoulder and upper back. All right, good job. All right, we're going to switch back to the shoulder work now. Getting up. How are you feeling? I'm steaming up my glasses here. All right, so front and side raises. Here we go. Up to the front and side. That's one. Front and side. That's two. Front, side. 3. Keep breathing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you stop when you're done. Again, if you feel like you have to use momentum and throw those arms up, you've probably done enough. You don't want to overtax your shoulders. All right, we want to be able to use them tomorrow. Can you do a couple more? If not, just give it a rest. All right, good job. All right, put the weights down and we're back to the curl-ups again. Almost done. We've got the curl-ups and then 2 more ab exercises. All right, let's count it out. I'm just going to try and keep my hands on the floor. If you want to make it harder, you can cross your hands over your chest, or again, putting them behind your head is actually makes it the most challenging. You can reach your hands in front. Concentrate on lifting the shoulder, relaxing the head. Don't try and lift with your head. This will help strengthen your neck because your neck is having to support the weight of your head. If it's too difficult, again, you can support your head with your hand or just rest when you need to. Okay, a couple more for me. And give it a rest. Now, if you want to, you can stretch out, arms overhead, toes to the side, just sink your abs down into the mat for a minute. And we're going to wrap up with a couple more core exercises to finish it off. All right, so I'm just going to double check We're going to do a dead bug and plank. You didn't think you'd get away with not doing the plank today, right? All right, so the dead bug is on our back. And again, you can use your hands or a ball. First, we'll do just a dead bug. So that's with your knees up, 45 degrees, arms up, and you extend opposite leg and arm out. Now, if you want a little more of a challenge, we're going to add a ball of some type, and we're going to squeeze that ball between our stationary leg and arm, and then bring it back together and switch sides. So that just keeps our abs under pressure the whole time. If you have a big balance ball, you can use that. Try and remember to keep that lower back down onto the mat. Okay, you don't want to be arching your back up while you're doing this. Sink it down. Extend your leg only as far as you can to the floor without raising that lower back. Pressing that back down. So this is strengthening your core, controlling those muscles, not just in the abs, but all the way around, including your back muscles. And if it's too hard to use the ball, just do it without. Again, I've lost count, but we'll say we're done. All right, now we're going to go to the plank, and you can do your plank from a full arm or elbow and toe. Just get yourself in position and hold. And just hold. Now we've done a few ab exercises, so you're going to feel it. It's okay if you don't hold it for a long time. If you want to time a plank and see how long you can do it, then you start with the plank at the beginning. You don't leave it for the end, okay? But we're just going to finish off here with the plank, finish off with some core exercises. If you want to add challenge, you can move your feet one foot out to the side and the other. But I think this is probably good for the end of the workout. All right, good. Now let's switch back to the dead bug one last time. I'll just do it without the ball. Do you want to try the ball, Michelle? No? Okay, arms up. Extending opposite arm and leg. Remember to flatten out that back. Push that lower back down into the floor. Try and control the stationary arm and leg. I think I'm on 10, but the individual ones. Okay, how are you feeling? Feel like you worked out today? Just finishing up here, and we'll want to do some stretches. So make sure you do all of the stretches, upper body, lower body. Okay, I'll just do 2 more here. 1 and 1 more. All right, finishing it off. Legs to the floor, give it a stretch out. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that. You're done for today, for your workout. You can do your stretches now. All right, good job.